Good morning, good morning, good morning. Excellent. Wendy? Yes, exactly. All right, with your partner, can you discuss for a very short period of time what you did yesterday? You don't need to worry about what you did for your English. You don't need to worry about anything else. Just what you did yesterday. Petrini with Louise, Sharini with Wendy, and together. Roberto, you work with the ladies. Okay, so Sharini and. And by the way, Roberto, the first 8 weeks of the course, I published yesterday, so you can just. If you want to go through 1, 2, 3, just go to the playlists. It's a week 1, 2, 3.
And it's live.
Which?
Live.
Like, don't tell the truth?
No.
Like, lie on the ground? Lie, lay. It's a weird. Sorry, just 1 second there. Yes, come in. Julie, you joined.
The guys who fix the
What?
Lie, lay.
Late?
because
It's a weird.
Thank you for clean the bar.
and the phone all the time start to working. Just okay.
So you're supposed to
And I stay in bed. My cat sleep
Oh, Julie.
on me. I just one day. Yeah.
I just lie in my bed this whole day.
Yeah, really.
Was your lazy day?
Because
Yeah, because
when I walk the
just
flight,
cook it and I ate and then I don't know.
agent, no, agent, tell us,
On Tuesday, when my classmate arrived in I spoke with her. We spoke for 3 hours. In English. Yeah, in English. She was something
to spend a lot
about Vienna.
of time, a lot of time and money.
She
from there?
That's with the people and get the.
What did you say? Exchange language?
Ah, okay, yeah. You told me last week.
Stay and
We play.
try to be nice with me because I told her stuff. I complain different stuff in my apartment. She's usually nice. And also she gave me a lot of tips about Vienna, Prague.
your car was in the cabin for about 3 hours.
You should go where
Flight,
that place,
2 or 3 months.
and also we spoke about family, we spoke about job, hope, we spoke about a lot of things. In English. That's good. That's a good friend. And she had that very good name.
You share your flat.
Whatever, right?
No, with her.
Now we have her in another room. And me, she's my friend.
What did you do?
In my room, I share.
Where do you park? Because you
Over the stuff,
I don't know.
Yes?
Like double.
Yeah, double and three is triple.
Triple.
Another word.
Yeah.
Treble.
It's like
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Is there the top five? Or C?
One out and one pair. But in my room, it's just two single bed.
Oh, that's your favorite.
Okay, Joanna, you work with Brandon there. Just say what you did yesterday. Everyone finished?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Okay, so usually I'll give you more time than this, but
One, yeah.
not today for now. Okay, right. If you look on the board, these are some of the things that students said or didn't say. Okay, so what's this?
Right.
Yeah, but what is it?
It's opposite of this.
When you're lying on the ground. Okay? If it was don't tell the truth, then it's a regular verb and you just say lie, lied, lied. Okay? And when you're talking about lying on the ground, and the past form is lay, laying is the past participle. Okay? So you have to be a bit careful because there is another verb, lay, which is irregular as well. Okay? So just be careful about that. You have double, well, if you have three, you have triple or treble. Okay? Triple or treble. It's much more common to say that as well. Okay? Now, are you talking about beds, Katrina? Beds, is it? Okay, what do you call the two-level bed? Bunk bed. Okay? So I suppose you could have a triple bunk bed. Okay? Where you have two,
No,
three
two
levels.
and one single bed. I know what you mean.
Just be careful when you use these expressions as well. What have you done? What did you do? If you use time, you have to be careful which ones to use it with. So,
Yeah, I have this problem.
okay, a lot of you have this issue. Now, why would I say, what have you done today and what did you do yesterday? Why would I say either of that? Why am I using today
Because
with
today
this?
is not unfinished.
Yes, okay? So the present perfect you use with time that is unfinished, and the past simple you use with time that is finished. Okay? Now, really, I should be a little bit more careful about this. The present perfect you use with time that you imagine is unfinished. Okay? You imagine is unfinished. So there's a little bit of an exception to this. And with the past simple you use with time that you imagine is finished. So for example, if I said this, what did you do today? Okay, when would I say that? Yeah, at the end of the day, when you imagine that today is finished. Okay?
Okay.
So like if I said, oh, what did you do today? You wouldn't expect you're going to do many things after that point. You probably go straight to bed or you maybe watch the television a little bit. But the day is finished, okay? If you're talking about this year, okay? If I said, for example, what did you do this year? You have to imagine that this year is finished. So when would you be talking? Yeah, December, like somewhere I think near the end of the year, okay? Now I don't know when in December is up to you, okay? But you would expect, well, my year is finished, I don't have to do anything else, okay? And this, again, you have to imagine that the time is finished. So for some native speakers even, they might say, what have you done 5 minutes ago? It's technically not right. But 5 minutes ago is close to now, so maybe you might hear it. And there are many exceptions to native speakers' use of present perfect and past simple, but that's the basic stuff for now. And oh yes, this. What's wrong with this? Exchange language. Language exchange. So I told you this before. A lot of you keep repeating the wrong form. So if I said, for example. Which?
Car, right?
Cat.
Car. Car.
Car. Oh yes, but no, that's not enough. I don't think anyone in this class goes like this.
Yeah.
Would you find that strange? Car red. Yeah, you'd have a problem with that. You'd say, oh, a red car. Nobody has a problem with that. The problems come when you have two nouns and one of them is operating like the adjective. Okay? That's a regular adjective. I suppose you could say it's a noun as well, but nobody really has a problem with that. Okay, if I said something like this, what's that? What is it? What is that? No, it is not. No, it is not. You keep making a mistake. What's the important word?
Cat.
The cat. What kind of cat is this?
Cats.
No. What kind of cat is it? A bed cat. What does that mean? It's a cat that stays in the bed. It's not a bed for a cat. You keep mixing this up. Now it doesn't exist, okay? There's no, oh, this is a bed cat and this is an out of bed cat, okay? But you see how weird you could make it if you put the wrong order. Yeah, give me another one then. If I say this. Gun water. What is that?
Like this.
No. Again, people are. For example. Okay. Now, what am I holding? What am I holding? Stop where you are. This is a water gun.
Yeah.
What is inside this?
Water.
What is inside this water gun? Gun water. What kind of water? Water
Yes.
from the gun. So it's a type of water. It's gun water. Okay, exactly. Okay.
My hair's okay.
Beautiful. Okay, you understand that? Okay, so it's you look at the last word and you say, what type of water is it? It's the type of water that comes that's used for a gun. Or what type of cat is it? It's the type of cat that stays in a bed, for example. Okay? Does everyone get that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give me another noun. Give me another noun. Any noun.
Window.
Window. What a terrible example.
Same.
Plastic window. What's that? What's a plastic window?
The window. The black.
Yeah. Nobody has a problem with that. Okay. Now what's that? Window plastic.
The plastic from the window.
Yeah, it's a type of plastic. The other one was a type of window. Does everyone get that? Okay, so you have to look at the second word, and that's the main word, and then you describe that word. Okay? So, for example, teacup. Okay, you understand that? What's that? What kind of thing is it? what is it? What is it? A teacup is what? It's a type of cup, exactly. Okay, and it's the type of cup that you use for tea. Well, what's another kind of cup you could have? Coffee cup. Okay? Now, you don't say cup coffee. What's cup coffee? It's a type of coffee. Okay? It's the type of coffee you put in a cup. It's ridiculous, doesn't exist. Okay? You understand that? So a lot of you keep using the wrong form in this. Okay? Right, okay. So the reason I asked you to do such a short discussion was I want you to be able to do this on your own. Okay? I want you to be able to have the discussion. Some of you say, oh, well, I don't have time to do the practice. I can't find any native speakers. When I go into the pub, no Irish people exist. Okay, all Irish people have emigrated. There's no Irish people in Ireland anymore. When I try to speak to people on the street, they run away from me. On the bus, they don't like to speak to me. Maybe I don't look like a nice person, and that's why nobody wants to speak to me, etc. So I want you to be able to have a conversation with a robot. Okay, which robot? ChatGPT. Okay, so you're going to have a conversation with ChatGPT. All right, can you please get ChatGPT? Get your phone. I love this. I absolutely love this. Every time I'm teaching, the students are on the phone and I go, and every time I ask the students to go on the phone, they oh, no, I have to use my phone. No. It is awful. Okay, right. Okay, so I would like you to have a conversation with your phone, but a spoken conversation. I don't want you typing. Okay, so what kind of conversation would you like to have? Joanna, what kind of conversation would you like to have? Okay. For example, you might write down something like this. Okay? Now you have to write down a prompt with ChatGPT that will be useful. Wishes to simulate a conversation between me you stop right there. Now what am I going to use here? What's this called again? It's a water gun. What do you put in a water gun? Gun water. Exactly. Okay? Right? Between me and the handsome older Frenchman.
Why are you sitting so far?
It should be.
Explain that.
Oh no! Because she will be doing this with ChatGPT, and it should be flirtatious in tone. Now, some of you, maybe this would be useful for you. Okay, so ChatGPT is. I would like you to call yourself.
Yeah.
Any ideas? A random French name there? Any guess at Pierre? What would you say? Serge? Anything? Jean? Let's go with Laurent. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, after that, so once you put in the prompt, now you will have to speak when you do this. Okay. So when you're starting the conversation with ChatGPT, you're going to have to do this. Okay, you're going to have to say this to ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT will have the conversation with you. Okay, everyone understand that? Does everyone know how it works? Now, some of you don't. Well, obviously, you want to use this for most of you. So some of you will probably want it for an interview. You want to practice interviewing in English. So a lot of my students in the afternoon class, we did the interview techniques before, and they had a conversation about the job that was relevant to them. Okay, so one of my students in the afternoon, he's a software engineer, and he was practicing for a software engineer interview. And it helped him. Okay, he didn't get the job, but that wasn't because of his interviewing. Okay, so in general, I think this will work reasonably well. Okay, but you have to choose something that will be relevant for you. Now, I could ask you to write down please let me have a conversation with my partner. You're the partner, ChatGPT, about what I did yesterday. That's simulating exactly what you did at the start of the class. Now there's another few reasons why that might be better than what you do at the start of the class. So I want you to have a conversation with ChatGPT now about something. So I'll give you an example of how to do this. Joanna, can you please open up ChatGPT? Now I want you all to stay silent when you're doing this and pay attention because you will all be doing this. Okay? So come up here for a second. Thank you, Joanna. Sorry, go back down there, Joanna. Thank you. Yes, very good. What do we want in this class?
Fake enthusiasm.
Fake enthusiasm. Okay, come back up here, please, Joanna. Okay. Yes, absolute disgraceful behaviour. Okay, so what you will get on this, okay, that front page there, you see that little button down at the bottom, okay, that's the spoken part, okay, so this will allow Joanna to have the conversation, okay, so click on that and read that. Yes, off you go. Oh, sorry, just 1 second there, Joanne. One of the people in the crowd was. Okay, like that. I won't mention it. Okay, right. Off you go. Read that.
Okay.
First of all, yeah. Oh. Continue. Done.
Okay. I am a Mexican woman who wishes to simulate a conversation between me and a handsome older Frenchman. It will be filtrations in tone. I would like to call yourself love.
Okay. So first of all, you have to turn it on. Okay. Turn. Okay. Now it will be on. Okay. I am a Mexican woman who wishes to simulate a conversation between me and a handsome older Frenchman. It should be flirtatious in tone. I would like you to call yourself Laurent.
If you are not plus in few minutes,
Oh.
they stop the conversation.
Right, do that. Okay, so I'm a Mexican woman who wishes to simulate a conversation between me and a handsome older Frenchman. It should be flirtatious in tone. I would like you to call yourself Laurent. Okay, now you'll get the text, blah, blah, blah. And she will regret that. Okay, and then you will continue the conversation using this. Okay, right. Does everyone know how to do it? Okay. Now, you are probably going to be too loud, all of you in the same class at the same time. So I want half of you to leave. Okay? So this half, get out. Okay? Right, but bring your phone and you can practice changing this to an Irish woman. Okay? Right. Okay? The rest of you, I want you to spread out, distribute yourself a little bit more in the class. Okay? I will show you if you promise. Oh, no. Yeah. Choose something that's different to this. You don't want to, unless you like handsome Frenchmen, okay? Maybe talk about something that you did yesterday. You can simulate what you did at the start of the class, okay? Or what I asked you to do. What will you do on the weekends, etc., etc. Okay? Now I want you to be able to have a conversation for about 3 minutes, okay? Right? 2 minutes. 2 minutes will be fine, whatever. Right? Off you go. Now you spread out a bit. Okay, spread out a bit. Tachi as well. Okay. Yes, you as well. Okay. Now I want and Patrini distribute yourself a bit more so that you're not all taking.
Why me? I'm wrong.
Okay. Why me?
Why?
Okay. Focus.
He's
Focus.
there because he's a man.
Yes. Yeah. I'm a terrible sexist. Yes. Okay. Right down here somewhere or whatever. Okay. And don't. You probably
I'm
don't.
doing something in chat.
Yeah, that's
No,
fine.
I need to wait. Sorry.
Right, I'm just checking.
Oh, I did ChatGPT today. asking something. Because you are plus, right? Are you plus? ChatGPT?
No, normal.
You?
No,
Exactly. Are you plus?
Sorry. So if you don't have the
No, I have this.
person, you can't speak it. Talk with
No, for that's for other thing. It's on my CV. Just when we are plus, you can.
And then how? Hello.
I'm doing it.
Then.
Someone made it like to talk about the yeah, it's like to talk loud, not just writing.
But with this,
Yeah, you need to press that and because it's thing like you just need to want to write.
Okay.
So you want to
What did you do yesterday? Fuck. Could you please give me the conversation about this?
She answered me in Spanish.
in Spanish because the ChatGPT is in Spanish, right? But like
My lord,
Yeah.
speak slowly, please, because
I
this.
would like to speak in English with you.
Yes, I told her
go back to the next.
it's a really great place.
Hello, my name is Katrina and I'd like to have a conversation with you. Golf. Nope.
Vamos lá, because it's wrong.
So I want you to look at what Katrina is. You have a conversation?
No, I
You
changed
have a conversation. With the- And then down here in Spanish?
Yes.
Okay, so you have to say to it, I want you to be an English speaker. So you have to give it the instructions, but the basic idea is, okay? You, that's a disgrace, where's your phone? So you would have a conversation. And your mom have to have an English, so it might reply you have to tell it to act as a native English speaker.
Tell me more, please. I'm pretty sure that I have to visit.
Wait. Now it's speaking Korean to the best of my knowledge. Okay, I can't hear it very well. So I want you to instruct it to speak to me in English and have a conversation. Have a conversation.
How about Walker?
Easy to say, and easy
How about castle? Like castle of the emperors or something like that.
Sound like a connection.
How about place to eat? Like restaurant and rooftops or something like that?
Maybe you have to do a rush test on this.
Okay.
Because most people do them and they haven't paid better.
Ah, okay.
Could you hear your public please? About the restaurants?
I need to have a conversation with a native English speaker. Can you please?
I can see myself from here. Okay, how about place to stay there? Like, any advice to where is the most important? Like, the best place to stay there, like around a good location that I can do right. Great. Yeah, about the museums, we have to book before, or you can just go and you can interact. Could you give me the website about the museums?
Okay. Move your ass. Okay. Okay, stop. Okay, now, which your partner? Okay, so the pair. Okay, right. So pair, 3. Okay. I want you to discuss what is the benefit of doing that instead of what I did at the start of the class usually. What I usually do. What's the benefit of that over what we do usually? Okay, off you go. I give you 2 minutes. What's the difference and what's the benefit of doing that?
Many words that I don't
No, but you're right. I have never been but I think it's because the conversation is, for example, when Andrew told me to ask us for chat with you can perform classmates. I have a bad memory, and after 10 minutes, I almost forgot the thing that the other told me. And also because
there is, you can see what is said, but you can
Yeah, that's true. When you don't need to pay.
Yes, it's already. I think I consider I am not too shy, or maybe for people that is really shy.
Finished. Three? Okay, give me some downsides. What's the negative? So the benefits are the pros, and then the downsides are the negatives. Of doing this, of having a conversation in AI. With AI, I should say.
Did you get the link I sent you? You can get it.
Have you ever watched that? I really recommend it. About the artificial.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
I prefer this one. That's activity like the limited time permit
Yes.
can you use your activity to translate something after this time?
At the break, because it will be operated.
This year,
In the next year,
we are going to be the
because I have like supervised properly, and I just want to see
something like that.
so like if you guys just compile in this
Did you find the videos of the first 8 weeks or online?
So that's the link.
Do you want to translate for some?
What you want to do?
One star for breakfast.
Dr. Fernandez?
I have to use that to
I cannot do it in my chat.
supermarket to check.
Try.
No, the Alexa. Yeah, you said Alexa. Please, tomato sauce. You
Yeah, I was watching. I hate myself. Like everybody who likes steak, sometimes it's less gymnastics and the girls.
include your
Okay, right. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh, horrible, is it? Right, okay. Can anyone tell me some of the advantages of doing the conversation like that instead of me asking you to have a conversation with your partner at the start of the day? Anyone?
I speak with native speakers.
Okay, so you're going to have a native speaker or a fake native speaker.
Yeah.
Okay? You are not native speakers. The only native speaker in this class of English is me. And I can't have a conversation with all of you at the same time. Okay? So, yeah, you'll have a native speaker. Okay, can you give me another benefit of
You
this?
can see your mistakes after.
Yes, okay? You can identify mistakes in real time if you want, okay? Identify mistakes. You can actually ask ChatGPT at the end to identify the mistakes for you. But you have the record of the conversation. You see exactly what you've spoken, okay? So you have a written record. And you can have a written record for history as well, okay? Written record. So you can see your improvements over a year if you want. You say, oh, I had a conversation. Oh my God, my English was terrible in December. Oh, now I'm so much better in February or whatever. Or if I started Andrew's class in December and it's now June and my English is worse. Okay, that's usually what happens in this class, okay? Anything else that might be beneficial?
available whenever and wherever you want.
Exactly. It's always available. Well, at least with the internet access. Okay, always available. You can't, for example, in the middle of the night, say to Jeremy, phone her up and say, Jeremy, I would like to have an English conversation. Is it possible? It's 4 a.m, Louise. Okay. Anything else? Any other benefits to this?
You can learn legal vocabulary.
Yes, because the native speaker, the speaker is ChatGPT, is acting like a native speaker, the vocabulary is going to be more advanced probably than what you expect, okay, from a non-native speaker. So yeah, you can learn a lot more probably, okay? Anything else? I did hear something over here. There was you and whoever was over there. Something about the type of person.
When that person is shy.
Yeah. Shy people, it benefits shy people. I know you don't believe it, but I am very shy. And I don't like practicing languages with real people. I don't like it. I know you don't believe me, but I don't like to practice with real people. I prefer to have a conversation with an AI than going up onto the street with my terrible Spanish or whatever and having a conversation with that person. But it gives me confidence after a period of time to try it. Okay, at least after a period of time I go, yeah, okay, I sort of understood that, so why not try it? Okay, I go in the shop and try. Okay, so if I go on holidays to a Spanish-speaking, I did go on holidays to a Spanish-speaking place, Tenerife, during December. And my mother and sister don't speak any Spanish at all. And my Spanish is terrible. But they went into the shop, the shoe shop for my baby nephew, and they were trying to buy shoes, and they couldn't say, "Oh, do you have this in any other size?" And I could say it in Spanish, and I asked the lady, and I said, and I understood what she said, and it was only from ChatGPT. It wasn't from any other assistants, really. Okay, so it will help you after a period of time if you're shy. Any other benefits?
Reliable source information.
What do you mean by that?
For example, in my conversation, I asked about the opportunities of my major.
Yes, okay. Now, I would say what you really mean is something like this. This is why I said here. You can choose the conversation type. Choose conversation type or whatever, okay? Interaction type. Choose conversation type. You could even actually choose the type of me to speak. Conversation type and...
Also the voice is what we know.
Yes, you can choose the voice of a woman speak. To be honest, it's not pretty... it's not that diverse. It only gives you a few choices at the start.
People from UK or from USA.
Yeah, but I would say it's not so advanced yet. You can't choose an Irish person yet. Okay? Well, hopefully in the future you will be... No, but hopefully in the future you will get different dialects, a little bit more varied, and maybe that will improve your listening practice as well. That also improves your listening practice, but with a standard accent. What I mean here is you can choose how the speaker speaks. So are they angry? Are they happy, etc.? You could have an argument. Like it's not you're not going to have an argument in this class. Like unless something really bad happens, that I've created an atmosphere where everyone's going to start fighting with each other. You won't, but you probably have an argument in the future with your boss or something, and you won't be prepared because you're going to have a conversation where you don't know the kinds of things that you would say in such circumstances. You might not know how to react. So yes, that will help you. Any other benefits to doing it?
Improve your pronunciation.
I don't know if you can improve your pronunciation the way you just did that. You can do it in other ways with ChatGPT, but I don't know if you just had a conversation like that.
What I want to say is if ChatGPT doesn't understand me, you have to repeat.
Yes, but ChatGPT will identify where your problems are by misunderstanding you. So it'll give you advice about, oh no, that's a mistake, or you look back at the written record and say, oh no, that's not what I said. So it'll tell you, oh yeah, that's the place you need to work. But after that, you would have to ask other questions. ChatGPT, what do I have to do to fix my pronunciation of sh, for example? Okay? Maybe you would have to type in something if you're having a problem with the spoken version. Like for example, yesterday, was it, or the day before, when Tachi said couch, and I thought she said couch instead of count. So I would say ChatGPT might have an issue with that. Okay, Mecca, what did you say? And then you would be able to look back and say, oh no, that's not what I meant. Okay? But then you'd have to type in and give more extra information. But don't worry about pronunciation practice. What I'm trying to tell you is you can have conversation practice. You can have spoken practice with this. Any other benefits? Okay, what are the downsides? What are the problems?
But I think it's a real person.
Yeah.
No.
What's the negative of that? Not a real person.
He's not your friend.
Oh no,
You can have a relationship.
you could make it your friend. You could, oh, my good friend ChatGPT, look who it is. Okay, you can create the person you want the ChatGPT to be, the artificial intelligence. If you give it a good prompt at the start, you can create the person you want to have the conversation with. But why is it not like a real person?
Maybe if you don't have interaction with a real person, you can identify the emotion of the people when
Yes.
you have a real conversation.
Okay, you can't identify emotion with the artificial intelligence, really. Okay, there are no body language signals to you. There's no hand gestures, facial expressions, whatever. It's just the voice, and that's different to real interactions. Okay.
There is not a shoulder to cry.
Yet there's no shoulder to cry on. Well, you might say that, but I'm not joking. Sometimes I get very depressed, and this is how sad I get. Instead of contacting a therapist, I will use ChatGPT, and it says the exact same things that therapists say, because I also had a therapist, okay? And they say the exact same things. So you could, if you want, have a shoulder to cry on without a shoulder. If you want, you could start to go like that with ChatGPT in your phone, okay? I know it's desperate. Yeah, it's desperate. I know. Look at the pathetic looks that I'm getting from this area of the room. Anything else? Any other negatives?
You can access. I'm not sure if you can access without internet connection.
Yeah. Obviously, you need the internet in this case. Okay, so that would be a negative. If you didn't have access to the internet, then it will be problematic. And I would imagine in the future it will be problematic because of expense. I would say that the most advanced features of ChatGPT and other artificial intelligence like Gemini or whatever will probably, and the best language learning resources with artificial intelligence will probably be only available if you pay the money. And unfortunately, it will probably be very expensive. So there will probably be a difference between people who can afford to pay the higher prices and the people who can't. So unfortunately, that will probably be the case. Any other downsides? Okay, you see how few downsides you can think of? And there are many upsides. So I would imagine upsides is the benefits. Okay, so downsides negative, upsides positive. But I want you to be able to do, as I said, a lot of things without me. Okay, a lot of things without me. And even that conversation which you think you need someone to do at the start of the class, maybe you don't. Maybe you don't need it as much as you think. But I do encourage you, even though I said I'm ridiculously hypocritical in this regard, you should try with real people. There's no substitute for a real person. Yet. Okay? Hopefully in the future they'll create a robot and it'll have ChatGPT and I'll just have a conversation with it. Okay? But in general, most of you should be going out and trying with real people. Okay? People make mistakes. ChatGPT will not make mistakes. Okay? You will need to adapt for that as well. Okay, enough of that rubbish. Okay, so can you get a piece of paper and a pen? Okay, I'm going to read out sentences in a ChatGPT way, in the way a native speaker will speak. And you have to, I'm going to say the sentences 3 times, but I'm going to speak very, well, not very quickly, but Samuel, oh yeah, he's probably working late or something.
Tomorrow is his birthday.
16th is his birthday.
Tomorrow? Today?
Today is the 4th. Isn't 16th Samuel's birthday?
16.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What? At the break we can decide what we'll get. Okay. Right. Okay. So I'm going to read out some sentences, and I want you to say what I said. If I can find the sentences. Okay. Are you ready?
No.
Now, in the first sentence, there's going to be an expression that you don't know. You're just going to have to guess. Okay? I do not want any exaggerated overreactions when you hear the words. I don't want you to go, what? Like this woman over here. Okay? Yes, exactly like that. Exactly like this. Oh, well. Okay. Okay. Right, okay. Were it not for the creamy texture.
You start?
Thank you, brother.
Okay, I'll start again. Okay.
Start again.
3, no! 3, 2, 1. Were it not for the creamy texture. Malay kofta. I might not have developed such a love for Indian cuisine. Were it not for the creamy texture of Malay kofta, I might not have developed such a love for Indian cuisine. Were it not for the creamy texture of Malay kofta, I might not have developed such a love for Indian cuisine. Okay, now for some of you down at this end, I am speaking and so is Petrini. So you're probably going to get a mixture of my sentence and then Petrini going, what? Okay, like this. So try not to include any of what Petrini is saying. Next. Had the soup been less seasoned, don't include from Roberto either. Shh, quiet. It wouldn't have reminded me of my grandmother's cooking. Had the soup been less seasoned, it wouldn't have reminded me of my grandmother's cooking. Had the soup been less seasoned, it wouldn't have reminded me of my grandmother's cooking. Next one. Should you ever taste a perfectly ripened mango, you'd understand why. It's called the king of fruits. Should you ever taste a perfectly ripened mango, you'd understand why it's called the king of fruits. Should you ever taste a perfectly ripened mango, you'd understand why it's called the king of fruits. And then the last one, were the bread not freshly baked, the aroma wouldn't have been nearly as inviting. Were the bread not freshly baked, the aroma wouldn't have been nearly as inviting. Were the bread not freshly baked, the aroma wouldn't have been nearly as inviting. Okay, now I would like you to get, if you have another color pen. Okay, do you have another color pen? Okay. What color pen have you? Pencil? There's a black pen. Okay, have you got another color pen? What color have you? You can switch. Yeah, there we go, look. Now, the reason I'm asking you to have another color pen is I want to see what you have changed. Okay? I'm not going to read all 4 sentences from what you've written, but I want to see how much you have changed. Okay? All right? Have you got another color pen? Tachi? Yes. Joanna, have you another color pen? Everyone have another color pen? Yes. Okay. Now, with your partner, I want you to see, have you got something similar? Okay, actually, Jeremy, you work like Louise. Work together, work together, work together, work together, work together. Okay? So, Roberto, you work with the girls. Okay? So, Queenie and Wendy, you work with the okay? Compare.
I don't know what is that, but I can fix something I don't understand. I like coffee. But I put name. I might not to develop such a love for Indian music. For the bread.
Should I ever say
Last season.
Okay, the 4 of you together, the 5 of you together, and the 4 of you together. 5.
We were not for import.
Archie, pay attention. This is grammar.
Yes, but
Crime?
I didn't understand. Special love for Indian cuisine.
Okay, but Indian is
They wouldn't remind me of my grandmother's
No.
Yeah, this part is the same, but it's just
What do you have in the first sign?
my grandmother's
They would remind me of my grandmother's
My love. Yeah, I would my
I think it's
my love to do everything.
but soothing, I
and
guess.
I might not develop such a love for a new scene.
I have to put without.
Should I notice? Perfectly weapon bundle.
Why? Why? Secrets!
Perfectly weapon bundle.
but I don't know.
At the end, you don't understand why it's called use of fruits.
Life,
Of fruit.
Use of fruits. Yeah.
less. Yes.
So after perfect is what?
Yeah.
Perfect taste?
Yes.
No, what?
Less perfect.
You have 1 minute.
The last where the bread is fresh grape. No,
the green
Something like arom.
that word.
Nearly as in but it's hard. I understand more. Yeah.
after
Say again, Tachi, what did you say?
We don't understand why.
You tell me on the break. Good.
Yeah.
You will practice in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, stop. Right, everyone up. Everyone up. Now, I want you to mix around to other groups. Okay, for 1 more minute. Okay?
It's terrible.
Mix around to other groups. So this group, mix around. Okay? Oh, no. I would guess that all of you are bullshit, but some of you are less bullshit than others. But it doesn't matter, you're all bullshit, okay? So mix, yes. The bullshit should mix. Ready? Look around.
I'm looking French word.
When you remind my
English
So it's
when
I don't know. I don't know what they
Yes, for me the first sentence
So they are not
The kings of
You don't understand why? But before Hisam? So I don't know if it's happening or
Should you ever
stay
preferably blah blah blah.
I'm perfectly rapping, but I don't know what's in rapping. So I don't know. I don't know what's Why is called the king of fools? Okay. The last one is the one. Where's the French? It's not fresh. Fresh debate.
Yes, I
think I heard aroma.
might be like the
Aroma, yes, when you smell something, it's like
Aroma.
like a perfume, the aroma.
such a
At the beginning, I only heard wrong in Italy. So, but then I'm sure.
Yeah, sometimes.
the second one is
Yeah, Italy.
The aroma is
Yeah.
It's in my
But it wouldn't have been.
Okay, right. Can you look in this direction? Okay. No, don't move. Just yeah. Don't go too far.
Remind me what my grandmother
Get back over here for all of you. Okay, so the answers are there. Okay, how close were you? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the answer.
Wow.
It's a food. How did we say the name of it?
Oh, I told you there. No, everyone look here for a second. Don't sit down. Okay, so, well, no, Wendy, you can sit down. You're in the right place. Okay, so Jorelli, you move your ass over here as well. Okay, so I told you that one of these words you would have a problem with because I presume you don't know what Malay kofta is. Okay.
I don't expect that.
What is it?
It's the Indian food.
It's an Indian food, yes, that's very descriptive. Okay, Malay kofta is my favorite dish, okay? So, just accidentally gave it. But I wouldn't expect you to know that, okay? But the rest of it was, no English speaker would have too many problems with that, I would say. Now, what kind of constructions are they? Jareni? Oh.
Condition. Why?
Ready?
Not
Do I need to go get the gun? Okay, right.
Why not
What kind of constructions are they? Conditionals, they're all conditionals. What kind of conditional is that? What's missing in all of them? If. conditionals. The only, so these are called inverted conditionals, okay? So you have an inversion of the subject and the verb. The only verbs where that will work are were, had, and should. Okay, now the biggest problem for you is probably this should one. Should you ever taste? What does that mean? If what? If you ever taste.
This
Does
one
that,
I did.
it has
I got this one.
Congratulations, everyone. Okay, Trini got the answer for that one. Everyone. Yes! Okay, this should has nothing to do with obligation. It's like a first conditional. So what it means is if you ever taste, that's all. Okay? It sounds weird because you got that should, but don't think of should as an obligation. There is the sentence, Tachi. Here. Okay, not there. You can use had or were. So if I said, were the bread not freshly baked, what does that mean? If
The bread was not
weren't freshly baked, or if the bread was not freshly baked, what's that mean? Were it not for? If it were not for. Okay? This were is acting as making the conditional even more unlikely. But that's not super important. Okay? Don't worry about that. What parts of that sentence did you find very difficult to understand? Don't worry if you understood the grammar. But which words? Which words did you? I know you didn't know what Malaikofta was, but which words changed pronunciation?
Creamy texture.
Cream? Okay, so what did I say? Just be careful, Roberto. Okay, so what I said were it not for, what changed pronunciation there? Were it not for,
Eat.
yeah, I didn't really say were it. And then I said
So I didn't
not for. So that not becomes not, maybe. That for becomes what? For. Were it not for. So you got, what? Almost all the words except for the first word are pronounced in a way that you wouldn't expect. But you would, if you were a native English speaker, hear that construction quite a few times in your life. Were it not for the mistake, we would have won that football match. Were it not for having a terrible English teacher, I'd be fluent now. Okay? Were it not for the terrible accommodation in Ireland, I'd be living in Dublin. Okay? Instead of the middle of the country. Okay? So if this was not the case, but unfortunately it is the case. What changed pronunciation here? The creamy texture of Malai Kofta. How did I say that? How did I say that word? How did I say that word? Okay, so were it not for the creamy texture of Malai Kofta, yeah, that became or maybe I said of, I don't know, but I certainly didn't say of. Okay, so were it not for the, I didn't say the, I'm pretty sure. Were it not for the creamy texture of Malai Kofta, I might not have developed. What happened here?
I didn't hear had.
Okay, what did you hear? There was something. I might not have developed. What happened there with that word? I might not have developed. To comes from here. So not have will become might not have developed. Say that. I might not have developed. Developed. Such a love for. What changed pronunciation? Such a love for. Okay, so I'll read it again, and then I'm going to ask one of you to read this out in a way that is similar to the way I read it. were it not for the creamy texture of Malay kofta, I might not have developed such a love for Indian cuisine. Oh, actually, to be honest,
You need mine.
on the
You
weekend,
can try.
no,
1.7, 1.5.
on the weekend in my bedroom at home in Wexford, I was doing a little bit of a clean, and I found in the drawer beside me a telescope, and I actually thought of you. Okay, so read this for me.
Were it not for a creamy texture of
Malay kofta. Malay kofta.
Malay kofta, I might
Malay kofta.
Malay kofta.
No, Malay.
Malay kofta, I might not have developed such a love for Indian cuisine.
Okay, so it's closer to the way it's written, but it's not the way I said it. Okay, so again, we'll do it again. Were it not for,
Were it not for,
no, now, can you hear the difference between the O sound here that Jereni is pronouncing and the O sound that I'm producing? This is more like for me, for. It's not for.
were it not
Were it not for, were it not for,
were it not
for,
for,
were it not for.
were it not for,
Now you hear it's still for, were it not for,
were it not for
the creamy texture
the creamy texture
of Malay kofta,
of Malay kofta,
I might not have
I might not have
developed
developed
such a
such a
love for
love for
Indian cuisine.
Indian cuisine.
Yes, now if you're a Spanish speaker, you must pronounce the last consonant. So it's not it's not it's fur. Okay, if you're an English speaker from England, you will say for Indian cuisine. So they will extend the vowel sound here, but they'll eliminate the R. So were it not for
Were it not for the creamy texture of Malay kofta, I might not have developed
I might not
have developed such love.
okay, so you said might not have developed you. The have is the I might not
Okay, I might not have developed.
no, okay. Again, it's not I might not that is very, very weak. It's I might not have developed. It's almost insignificant.
I might not have developed. I might not have developed.
No, it is I might not have developed.
I might not have developed such a love for Indian cuisine.
A love for.
A love for.
Okay, I'll do it one more time. You?
Were it not for the creamy texture of Malay kofta, I might not have developed such love for Indian cuisine.
Okay, you're getting better. It was much better than the first time. Okay. You will not get good at this after one go. Now I know one person here is going, oh, this is impossible. Okay? Now if they say that, they will not succeed. No. If you say this, if you say this now, you're never going to get better. You have to stay positive. See that sign over there with Serena scale? Okay, see that? Now there was an exercise that the girl in this class a long time ago, well, a few years ago, called Serena from Spain. Every time the first time she was given an exercise, was on her first day, I gave her this word formation exercise and she was like, anyways, she got almost 0. And I said, and she said, oh, this is useless, I'll never be good at this. It's useless, it's absolutely pathetic. On her very first day she did this. And then I said, okay, don't worry, we'll do it a few more times and I promise you, you will get better. Oh, we did it 4 times, I think it was. And she gradually got better. But I said to her, if you say that you're going to fail, you're going to fail. But she said, no, okay, I'll try it. And her scale of confusion went from number 4 to number 1.
Number one, this is the scale, the Serena scale of confusion. If Serena was a little bit confused, she'd be like this. Like this. If she was very confused, she'd go like this. If she was very, very confused, she'd go like this. And if she was completely confused, she'd go. So her eyebrows went like from here down to here, and then like that, completely, totally incongruous, okay? So I want you to stay positive. If you start negative, there is no way you will get good at this because you'll give up, you'll stop trying. It is not easy to learn a language. It's not easy, okay? You have to work hard. But if you work intelligently when you're working hard, you can do it. After the break, you will practice this on your own without me. I gave you some practice with this a couple of weeks ago, but I'm going to ask you to create sentences like this. Just choosing one of these, and that's all you will do. Okay? I will ask you, for example, you said, oh, I can't really hear this. I'm going to ask you to generate 4 or 5 sentences like this, and can you hear what they say? Okay? That is the end of the first half of the class. Oh. Roberto, go back there and turn that off. But one sec. That is the end of the first half of the class. Oh. Exactly.